underneath the stars. We make our town proud. Every win, every loss, we shout it out loud. From the court to the field, to the dirt and the track, we cheer for the glory, we never hold back. It's the pulse of the county, the pride we unpack. Limestone County Sports, we bring the game to life. Every play, every fight, every Friday night. Limestone County Sports, it's where legends ignite. Limestone County Sports, where legends ignite.
Where legends ignite. Limestone County Sports. We're here to talk high school football. I'm your host, Greg Wise, and our co-host today is
JV.
Welcome to the show, JV. Have a good weekend, man.
Man, yeah, you?
I did. Very busy. I told my wife this morning when I got up. It's Monday morning. If you're listening, we're recording on Monday morning. I told my wife I need a day off.
We need fall break.
Yeah, well, right. Well, she said, I need a week off. I said, you just got a week off.
Yeah.
And she says she needs another week off. Well, she's in the school system. So, baby, you ain't got but 5 more weeks. You'll get another week off for Thanksgiving.
Well, you get Veterans Day.
Yeah, get an extra day.
And Lindsay Lane's off today for Columbus Day.
Hey, there you go, brother. Yeah. Well, hey, that's awesome. I need a day off. We were super busy at the end of the week. Obviously we had football on Friday night. We were doing a lot of things up in Ardmore on Thursday. I was, what was I doing Thursday? That ended up being Friday morning. Oh, had a lot of ministry stuff going on Thursday. Went down and fed the football team at Tanner. Got to talk with them, be around Matt and that coaching staff down there. Really enjoyed that. We'll talk a little bit more about that team here later. And then we was at Lawrence County playing football Friday night and left straight from there to go to Tuscaloosa for softball. Me and my wife, my daughter was already down there. Me and my wife got down there about 11:45 and then had to be up bright and early Saturday morning to play softball. So good experience down there. And we're back at work on Monday morning, Jay.
Yeah, flies by, don't it?
Sure does. Jumping into some
just
football.
like this football season.
That's right. We are already 7 weeks complete. Some teams are 8 weeks complete. Yeah. I think West has a bye the last week.
Clements does too.
Yeah. I see Tanner's got a bye this week, and so some of them have already played 8 games or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them 7, but it's flying by, Jay. We'll only be doing this for maybe 3-4 more weeks. Hopefully a few of our teams can make the playoffs and go deep in the playoffs, and we'll get to do it for extra weeks, hopefully. Because the more weeks we do this, Jay, the more we get paid.
That's true.
And anything outside of regular season's overtime pay. Is that correct?
That's it.
Amen. All right, jumping right in. Hartselle was up here at Athens High School Friday night. We knew the last 2 weeks was going to be tough sledding for the Golden Eagles. Had Muscle Shoals last week, had Hartselle coming in this week. We say that, but that game was pretty tight. I think it was 14-7 at half.
Yeah.
And was it tied up in the third or going into the fourth, 14-14?
I think so.
Yeah, if Score Stream's correct, which a lot of times it's not. But if Score Stream was correct, I think it was 14-14 going into the fourth, and then Hartselle gets a couple scores and pulls away late and beat Athens 28-14. That gets Athens to 3-4 on the season, 1-3 in region play. We've talked about that over the last couple of weeks. They need 2 more wins to get into the playoffs. I think that's very doable.
Yeah, I do too. With Decatur and Columbia left, so
yeah, got Columbia this week. Athens favored by 36 at Columbia. Of note, I think Columbia is playing a little better football. You know, they got Sammy Coates is the coach over there now. He's Auburn great and played in the league for a little while. And so got a very knowledgeable guy over there. They seem to be playing a little better. Yeah. Probably, again, just don't have the dogs to compete in 6A. Mm-hmm. But Athens favored by 36. You like Athens to cover those 36 points. I do too. I think to go over there, get it done. Got to have this win obviously, and then the next one is Decatur after that. Got to secure those next two. I think they do so as well. You got anything on Athens, Jay?
No, just Hartsville played them. It was tough. Like I said, it was a close game first half, and then I think Hartsville got an onside kick, and Athens, I think they had a couple turnovers, but Hartsville's a machine, man. They always are.
Them and Muscle Shoals are they both top 5 in 6A?
They're Muscle Shoals is I think 3 and Hartsville's 4. So
yeah, pretty tough when both of those teams are in your region.
Yeah. So
Ardmore and East kind of knows that with Fairview, Priceville, Russellville, all those guys.
And I think the Athens game is at Lewis Cruz. I think Friday night.
Hey, that'll be cool.
Yeah. So
Athens will get it done. They cover 36 points at Columbia Friday night. West Limestone was at Wilson. I think West was favored in that game. We thought they would take care of business. We do know that they've had significant injuries and all kinds of things going on this season. I think at one time, either last week or the week before, had heard they had about 7 starters out. Don't know if they got any of those back. But Wilson wins that game 44-23.
Yeah.
And really was never close. I think Wilson got up on them pretty quick out of the gate.
It seemed like, talking to a friend of mine over there, that it seemed like every time West would get something going, they'd turn it over or something would happen. It's just they're just snake bit this year, and I hate that for them kids over there because they're playing hard with what they got, and so just tough for Coach Davis and his bunch.
Yeah, they got, let's see, I'm trying to pull their schedule up here. Why is my computer so slow, Jay?
I think they got Dessler.
Yeah, they got Dessler this week, but I was looking at something else. On the field, the only game they won was Danville, but just in the last week, don't know if anybody knows, East Lawrence had to forfeit some games.
Yeah.
I know 2 of those games one was the West Limestone game.
Yeah.
And the other one was Lawrence County, which East played 2 weeks ago. Ardmore played this past Friday night. And so I know Lawrence County and West Limestone picked up 2 wins. And so West is now at 2-6 on the season and 2-4 in region play. And they have.
It don't get no easier.
Well, I was going to say they've got to win the next 2 to even sniff a playoff. Let's see, they got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, would have to get the next 2. They do have region wins over Danville and East Lawrence. And so if somehow they could beat Dessler, who has all kinds of things going on, but still somehow playing good football, and then Brooks. And both of those are at home. And then West has a bye week the last week of the season. So they got 2 games left, Dessler and Brooks, both at home. Dessler is favored by 44 at West Limestone. Does Dessler cover 44 points at West?
I think they do.
I think they do too. Unfortunately, hope they don't.
Yeah.
Hope West can keep it close, but it's going to be tough sledding. Even with all the craziness that Dessler has going on, they still playing really, really good football. I think they're maybe in they 5, 6.
I think so.
In the polls, I know West Morgan's up there in that region. That is a tough region of football. Anyway, again, East Lawrence played an ineligible player for a little while, for a few games, and so that got reported, and so that gave West that extra win over East Lawrence. So West now has 2 wins on the season with 2 games remaining. Talking about more tough sledding, Elkmont was at Mars Hill. Everybody knows who Mars Hill is. Mars Hill is the number 1 team in the state in 3A. Won it last year, and probably on a pretty significant winning streak. That would be dating back to last year sometime. I can't remember. Maybe one of them 5A, 6A teams beat them last year. I can't remember. But Mars Hill beat them 56-7. Elkmont did cover the points.
Yeah,
Mars
they did.
Hill or Mars Hill didn't cover. Mars Hill was favored by 61. We took Elkmont to keep it within 61. Mars Hill beats them by 49, 56-7. That's going to be a tough sled. Mars Hill's going to. Is there any team in the county that we cover that could beat Mars Hill?
No.
You don't think Athens could beat Mars Hill?
Oh, it'd be close.
I think it'd be a really good game.
Yeah.
Now, Mars Hill played Russellville earlier this year and smoked them. And Russellville and Athens are usually pretty tight.
A healthy Ardmore, could they beat them?
If we played like we played this past Friday night, possibly. And with Noah Stafford back. A healthy Ardmore, and they played
And
like
at
they just played.
Ardmore.
And at Ardmore. That'd be a dang good game. I love to see it.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen this year, and I hope it don't happen next year either when they reclassify. I hope Mars Hill don't bump up 2 classifications. Has that ever happened? Any schools? Usually they bump up 1 class if they're really good private schools anyway. They'll reevaluate. Okay, y'all are smoking everybody in 3A. We're going to bump you to 4A this year, and then 5A, and then 6A. I don't know if they've ever bumped 2 classes in 1 reclassification year. I don't think that's happened. But 4A, if you're in that 4A region, with already Deshler, Brooks, Central, West Morgan, Mars Hill may be coming. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, Elkmont's now 1-6, 1-4 in region. They have doesn't get any better this week. Colbert County at Elkmont. You got to see Colbert County live and in person. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Colbert County's favored by 29 at Elkmont. Is there any way for Elkmont to keep it within 29?
I think Colbert County wins, but Elkmont covers. Because as long as Bardos is slinging the ball, that's what hurt Colbert County when Clement scored the other night. Slants. And Bardos, when he slings the ball, I think
they think keep it within 29.
Yeah.
I'm on side with you on that, Jay. I trust you because I've seen Elkmont, but I hadn't seen Colbert County. And you've seen, you just seen Colbert County at Clements this past Friday night. Colbert County beat Clements 62-22.
Yeah.
And that Clements is now 3-5 on the season, 1-4 in region play. You said Colbert County has some speed.
Yeah. You remember the Madden game where it said speed kills?
Yes.
There you go.
So they got it.
Yeah.
Pass it any, running the ball?
No, I'm just running.
Yeah.
And mistakes. I know we're still talking about Elkmont, but just mistakes and missing 5 starters is killing Brick right now. So
yeah. Well, between both those games kind of in the same conversation. Elkmont was at Mars Hill. Mars Hill put it on them. They got Colbert County coming to town this week. Colbert County just played at Clements. That's a region game for both of those teams. And Clements 3-5, 1-4 in region.
Yeah.
Got to get the next game, which is at Sheffield.
Yeah.
Which Elkmont just played 2 weeks ago. Elkmont beat them in a barn burner, 47-42. Sheffield is favored in that game by 2. Is Brick going to have some of those guys back that can help?
I don't think so. He's got to pull something out of his hat because I think they can. I think they'll rebound and come back and beat Sheffield.
I think Clements wins that game too. I mean, it's at Sheffield. Sheffield's only favored by 2. If you accounting for the 3-point home field advantage, it's really kind of a pick 'em.
Yeah, and they're playing their former coach as well. So
yeah, gonna have a little more
motivation,
tenacity, and motivation to get that dub. I think Clements gets that win. I like to see it in region play. Don't want to talk about teams being officially eliminated from playoffs yet. Officially, none of them have been eliminated. Eliminated. Yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah.
I thought I said illuminated. No, eliminated. But also on the other side of that coin, none of them have clinched a playoff berth yet. Either Tanner probably has, but there's still a couple games left. Really not going to affect them in any form or fashion. That's really if like Decatur Heritage could beat Red Bay or something. It might mess something up, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a second. Moving on to a big county rivalry game this week between East and Ardmore. East was at West Point Friday night. I got to watch just a little bit of that film before we started recording. About probably the first quarter is all I got in. Those teams were locked up at 0-0 going into the fourth quarter. I know Jay and I was texting back and forth, and even at halftime, we was over at Lawrence County. Everybody's like, you ain't got to score the East game? I'll go to your Facebook page for one reason at halftime of games to get halftime scores.
Yeah.
And y'all don't have it. I'm like, bro, we don't have it. Score Stream don't have it, which actually Score Stream did have it. Nobody just updated the quarter because it was 0-0. I texted 2 or 3 folks that was over there. One of them was like, I'm not there. I didn't go. Finally, our pastor texted back and was like, it's 0-0 going into the fourth. And I almost sent back, you lying.
He needs to be our residential score streamer for East Limestone.
Yes, he does.
Him or Brittany won.
Yes. Well, I text both of them. His wife responded, we don't share our scores. She a little bit more competitive than the pastor is, but the pastor did text me back and tell me, hey, it's 0-0 going into the fourth. And I was like, there's no way, man. Yes, it was. I did see early on West Point had a touchdown called back. I think he's had some of those going on too. I hadn't got to that in watching the film yet, but West Point pulled that game out in the end, 14-6, and East just keeps playing hard no matter who they're playing. West Point's got a really good football team. They're vying for that last playoff spot as well. That gets East 1-6 on the season, 0-4 in region play. Let's see, East again officially not eliminated, but they only got 2 playoff games left. One of those is Fairview, and who is the number 3 team in the state, undefeated in 5A. So they would have to beat Ardmore and Fairview and still have to have some crazy stuff happen. So officially not eliminated, but tough sledding. They got Ardmore, Fairview, Shelby County.
But they wishing Fairview get moved up to 6A.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen either. When you go look at those classifications, Fairview's. The crazy thing in this region, Fairview's been the dog ever since they got in the region. But over the last, they had one good run there. I think they went to the semis. Last year they won. They were the only team that won out of our region. Week 1, and then they got beat week 2.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like, I hadn't checked the rankings in a few weeks, but last year that region was way down across the board. So anyway, Fairview, good football team. East is at Ardmore this Thursday night. Speaking of this Friday night, sorry. Speaking of Ardmore was at Lawrence County. They get to win 55-23. That game was 34-8 at half. 55-23 wasn't that close. They got a score late. That gets Ardmore to 4-3 on the season, 1-3 in region play. Very much still alive for that last playoff spot in the region. They've got to beat East this week and West Point the next week to secure that spot. AHSFHS.org has Ardmore at home favored by 13 over the Indians of East Limestone. As I've been watching film, Jay, I don't know if East is going to get any players back. I know they've had significant injuries, specifically at the quarterback spot. I think the kid that I think when I was watching, looked like quarterback was number 42. Which I was told was like a linebacker.
Wow.
They're down to, 3rd, 4th string guys. If they can get get some guys back from injury, it could help them a lot. And they've been playing great, man.
Yeah.
You know, when they're playing like West Point has a really good football team. West Point's putting it on, you know, Lawrence County, some of these other teams, and to be in that game that late, 0-0, and only lost 14-6, definitely you want to get those wins, those tight games. You got to figure out a way to win. But Ardmore's, you know, really only significant injury they got was Noah Stafford. He's out for the season. He had ACL surgery last week, doing well, but, you know, he's done. Had a offensive lineman this week, had an injury, hadn't had any reports, so I don't know if that's significant. He's going to be a player or what. Not a big loss there. Well, senior, big loss, but, you know, one of those. We've got a little depth there, so if you're going to have to see an injury, that would be the place for it. I will say this in regards to Ardmore. The Ardmore team that we seen on the field Friday night was the Ardmore team that everybody expected weeks ago. Just fantastic on the offensive side of the ball. You know, Javian Riddle, I think he had around 260, 258, according to Huddle anyway, on about 22 carries. So he was averaging well over 10 yards a carry. Alex King had a couple of deep throws for touchdowns. He was about, I think, 7 of 12 maybe. I think it was 7 of 12. For about 112 yards. Defense is coming on. We know that the defensive side of the ball is probably the weaker of the two units and just doesn't have the experience that we've traditionally had on the defensive side of the ball. But Lawrence County's got a dude in the backfield, freshman.
Eli Mitchell.
I thought his last name was Jones, but I'm not sure.
Well, Eli too as well. He can run the ball as well. So
this
I
kid's a
thought that's
freshman.
Be talking about
Looks the part. Big, hard to bring down. I think he had about 250.
Really?
They just couldn't get in the end zone and shooting themselves in the foot, turnovers, things like that. Yeah, he was already over 1,000 before that game.
Okay.
I think Riddle went over 1,000 in this game, and Riddle was out of game too, so he had one less game to get that yardage. But East defense is going to be able to keep them in the game. I just don't know for how long.
Yeah.
I think Ardmore covers the 13 at home.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be senior night. Supposedly the last time that football field ever gets painted.
Last painting party.
Yeah, they're trying to maybe do some special things for the field paint and get some of those old guys to come out of retirement. I heard a story just a couple of weeks ago from a guy who, I can't remember if it was when he was playing or just kind of doing some of the stuff we do with painting the field, but he remembered, like, do you remember commodities back in the day? It was kind of before food stamps. You would just go, I remember doing this with my grandmother.
Cheese.
Yes. I remember standing in line with my grandmother to get commodities, and they would hand you, government cheese, legitimately a block of cheese, crackers.
Right up there at the National Guard Armory.
That's where it was. And peanut butter, sacks of beans, things of that nature. And I think the guy was telling me that they had some kind of flour that had went sour or something. And so they said to get rid of it.
No,
so
they
they haul it up to Ardmore and just kind of dump it in the floor somewhere. And Ardmore used it to chalk their football fields.
Wow.
And so they were playing for weeks with flour, and he said that stuff would get wet, man, and stink and get all over your uniform. And I was like, we've come a long way from chalking fields with flour.
Now, which I'm a little bit older than you. I remember them chalking fields and that stuff, get everywhere.
Fun. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. I mean, we got robots painting fields
now,
but if you hadn't already heard, all of the Limestone County schools are supposed to be getting turf, and that's supposed to start for those smaller schools right after football season, and then those bigger schools right after soccer, after graduation. And so
I'm looking forward to it.
Could very well. Me too. I want to see drone shots of all 6 fields when they get done. Hopefully, we can get some of those and post them up on our page. They're going to look fantastic, and it's going to take a relief off of a lot of these coaches who have to do that stuff themselves and worry about getting paint and ordering paint and paint machines and getting people to do it. And hey, when do we do this? We got coaches having to stay over late on Thursday nights, and really going to help them. And it's going to save a lot of money. You know, I've seen some people chirping, we've got money to buy turf fields, but we don't have money for XYZ. Guys, I know just at Ardmore, we're spending, $25,000, $30,000 a year just to keep some grass in playable condition and paint and water and all of that stuff. So I think it's going to be awesome.
And what I understood from Coach Smith at Tanner, he told us Saturday on the show that this is like a mid-grade field turf. Like the ones they got at Milton Frank now, you have to replace it every 10 years.
Yeah.
This one is every 25 years.
Yeah.
So, which is great.
Yeah, somebody said something too about it. It's maybe not going to have the rubber pellets in it, which makes the surface a lot hotter because it's black, obviously. And it's something more organic, almost kind of like dirt or something that you kind of just condition it with every so often, and it leads to cooler temperatures also. And so I'm really looking forward to it, man. I think it's going to be awesome, especially when all these schools get their, logos. I'm assuming they'll, put their logo at midfield. And, these, you just take East or Ardmore or some of those schools. I think Tanner had flag football too. Any of those schools with all of these sports, they're playing football in the fall. They could be playing girls flag football in the fall. Yeah. Your band's on it. Yeah. Your band's not going to have to try to work around people painting a field on a Wednesday or Thursday. So if they need to get out there and practice, it's going to be available anytime. Soccer in the spring. Yeah. If you got any kind of recreational leagues, they're not going to have to figure out, hey, when is the field painted that we could possibly get on it, and it's just going to be so awesome for all of these communities to have access to that. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to taking Thursdays off of home games and just kick my feet up. And
you might get to stream some games.
Yeah, I might get to stream some games, or maybe we could do like some coaches shows on Thursday afternoons instead of painting football fields till dusk. Anyway, we're doing our last paint job up there this Thursday. If you've ever painted football fields at Ardmore, you're welcome to come out and hang out. Somebody mentioned something about cooking some hamburgers and hot dogs, so we'll be up there all day, I'm sure. But Jay, you like Ardmore to cover the 13?
I do. I really do.
I think they will as well. Moving on, last team, Jay, the Limestone County Sports Team of the Week is none other than the mighty Tanner Rattlers. The Tanner Rattlers, coached by Matt Smith, went to West Morgan Thursday night because Decatur Heritage plays their home games at West Morgan, and I was told by some of Coach Smith's coaching staff, his assistants there, that Decatur Heritage don't even have a field. Yeah, that they've just been playing over there the whole time. And I was like, I did not know that. I did not know they were playing their home games at West Morgan and playing them.
Because I asked Marlon Lucas that Friday night. He was at the Clements game. He said, "Yeah, they don't have a field." And it was West Morgan's homecoming Friday night, so that's why they had to play Thursday.
Yeah. Wonder if West Morgan worked out. If I was West Morgan, I would have worked out a deal that says y'all can use it. Obviously, you can't interfere with any of our games, but y'all got to paint the field. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, y'all got to come over here, paint our logos and all those things on our field, and then you can use it. Yeah. That worked out. Tanner goes down there and absolutely puts it on. Decatur Heritage. I know Coach Smith told me, I think last year Decatur Heritage beat them like 62-6 or 62-0 or something like that. Now, was Nikita still there?
Yeah.
Nikita Stover was the head coach. He's moved on to Hatton, and I know he took his son with him and probably a couple of other players. But Decatur Heritage, obviously not the program that was last year or a couple of years, but Tanner getting rolling here late in the season. They're about, 3 in a row now? And not officially secured that playoff spot, but pretty much secured the playoff spot. We'll know more this week. Again, there's some weird stuff that could happen, but Tanner's now looking at a first-round playoff. I think they've got they got a bye week this week, Jay.
Yeah, they got a bye week. Then I think they go to Red Bay next week.
Yep. Red Bay, I think, is number 1 in that region, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it? It looks like Red Bay's 1. And then Lexington is number 2. Yeah, they got a bye week this week. Then they go to Red Bay, which is the number 1 team in the region. Don't have to win that game, but it'd be awesome if they win it. Yeah. And may even bump up another seed in that region. And then they end the season down at Sweetwater, which is, I think, Matt said 2.5, 3 hours away. Yeah. So taking a big charter bus and doing all the things. And if they do officially secure that playoff berth, they'll have some experience already the week before.
And he told us Saturday on Tailgate Talk that I asked him, I said, do you know who you might match up with in the first round? And he said they'd probably have to go to North Sand Mountain or Pisgah or somewhere like that in the first round. So
that's not too bad. I mean, you can got to go, down south, Birmingham, down that area. Anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be 2 weeks in a row they'd be on the road traveling somewhere. So.
Well, I think, when I talked to Head Matt on to do the podcast, he was just talking about almost kind of intentionally doing that. Yeah. Don't know if when they got the game, if that was what he was thinking. But when you get to go on the road in a regular season game on a Halloween night, charter bus, the whole 9 yards, and then you're fixing to turn around and do it again in a game that matters. Yeah. Already having that experience, leaving school early, everything that you do with that, it's going to help them.
Get to eat as well.
Yeah. Go to Texas Roadhouse, something of that nature. But anyway, congratulations to the Tanner Rattlers putting it on Decatur Heritage.
And he told us that Torian Pride has got almost 1,200 yards rushing this year. So
yeah, great back, getting his yards. Him and Matthew Fletcher
got 18 sacks, I think he said.
Nice, that's pretty good. I got to, like I said earlier, Lindsay Lane fed the football team on Thursday, and me and one of our other pastors here, Mike Green, went down there and fed those guys and got to hang out with the coaching staff, talk a little bit with the team and hang out with the coaching staff afterwards and just talk football. Man, he's got some great assistants, dude, around his program, and you're not going to find a better Tanner guy than Matt Smith. Knows the culture, knows his players, wants to invest in them and invest in the community. And, man, his coaching staff is top-notch. And just sitting there listening to those guys talk about who they know, where they've coached. I think Matt was going over to A&M Saturday. Yeah. LeBron's over there doing some things at A&M now. And so him and his wife and kid went over there it was homecoming for Alabama A&M. So cool stuff going on down at the pit at Tanner. Congratulations to Tanner Rattlers again, team of the week. Jay, that's about all I got in regards to high school football. Anything else went on this past week or going to be going on this week in regards to any of our teams?
Well, just, we got teams trying to get in the playoffs, and good luck to all of those, and just ready to see what happens. I know it's week 7, week 8, I think. Yeah,
I think it's week 8. Again, some teams have already played 8 games, but, they have that week 0. It's weird. But, nobody has officially been eliminated. No. But this time next week, if you go to the ahsfhs.org and click the right links, you can see the current rankings, and they've already started. Some teams are clinched already. And a few teams are eliminated, but none in our area that we cover. And so they'll start to note that as of next week. And then we'll kind of see, what the future holds for some of our teams. We got about three, possibly Ardmore. Tanner's probably locked in. Ardmore has a shot. Got to win 2 more games. And then Athens. And then the other ones, it would take a act of President Trump in Congress, which apparently they're in, lockdown right now.
Yeah.
So they can't even get their own work done, much less getting Limestone County teams in the playoffs.
And then, I didn't know this, but they can't do like military flyovers at football games because the government shut down.
Well, I was wondering when we were at Lawrence County the other night why we didn't have it. And I appreciate you sharing that with us now.
Do they still have the cannon?
They did. Sure did. Now, they shot it when the game started, which scares everybody to death. And it was, it was a while before Lawrence County scored. And so then by the time they shoot it again, you're like, oh, I need to go, may need to go check my drawers. And then they only got to shoot it like 4 times. One when the game started, and they scored 3 times.
Now, did y'all dress in the old gymnasium or the new one?
I think they were in the old gym, I believe.
Because I hadn't been down there in a long time.
Yeah. Now, they made some upgrades. The field looked good. They had a good paint job on it. Looked like a robot had did it because it was pretty straight.
Yeah.
And got a new scoreboard. Looking pretty good over there. I enjoyed being over there. Of course, we went straight from there to Tuscaloosa, so we cut through Bankhead.
Okay.
And going through Bankhead at, 11 p.m., 11:30 with no cell service is fun.
It's fun,
Because
yeah.
you're like, hey, you have some car trouble out here. Might be in trouble.
We may have a new follower. What I do at the end of the night after our final scores, I copy and paste them and send them to some of our TV stations.
Yeah.
One of them is Max Cohan at 31.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me he appreciate because he was still looking for a Tanner score the other night, and I sent it to him. So I just sent him a message and asked him, we do this, and follow us, and he said he would. So we may have a new follower, Max Cohan.
Hey, if you're following Max, we appreciate it. Share it with all.
And as a kid myself, and I don't know if you've listened to it or what, back in the day, you could only get it on the radio, but now since the new technology of apps now, every Friday night, WQSB out of Arab or Albertville, they have a scoreboard show.
Yeah.
So used to listen to them every Friday night after games were over, and so now they have an app. So I also forward those scores to them.
Yeah.
So they may be following us as well. So
That's awesome. I was thinking about that when we was rolling through Bankhead the other night. It's nothing out there. And so I just started hitting search on your regular FM radio and find a radio, tailgate show. Yeah. It's late. Now, we got done a little early, so I got to catch a lot of the show, and they're, just reeling off scores and talking football. Now, most of them were local down in that area, Hamilton, Hackleburg, down in there, anywhere between Lawrence County and, Tuscaloosa. And, man, it was awesome. I was like, I wish there was something up here that was more local.
yeah,
And they would do it, maybe Friday night, 10 o'clock to 10:30. Yeah. I don't know how that would set up, how you would do it. If I was going to do something like that, I'd have to do it like on the go from the house or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that would look like. But there seemed to be some of those shows back in the day. Like I know you could turn on, your local news station, and they would 31, I think, was one of those. They have like Friday Night Lights edition from after the news. It was always like the news would run from 10 to 10:30, and then it would be like 10:30 to 10:45 or 11 would be that Friday Night Light show. Cool stuff. All right, Jay, last thing before we go, you want to talk about the officiating in the Auburn game?
I think we could have done a better job.
I thought it was great, Jay. The only thing that I would question was how does the officiating rob Georgia of the touchdown before the half? Because the kid obviously recovers the fumble at the goal line. and takes off back down the field, and Georgia gets robbed.
Well, they said the whistle blew.
Okay.
That's a dead ball when the whistle blows.
Okay, so, but there was a clear recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody should be griping about the officiating, it should have been Georgia
Yeah.
because they was robbed.
So have you seen the TikTok videos? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Yes, I have seen those, and those are fantastic. When that happened, I told Carla, I said, Kirby was, when he was hollering, clapping, he was talking about the defense.
Yeah.
I don't think he was lying to the official and acting like, well, maybe he was. I don't know. I don't know.
Why
I mean,
are you running towards
yes, he's doing this with his hands. And so you mean to tell me you're trying to tell him you're clapping, but you're doing the timeout signal?
Yeah.
And then why did the officials blow the whistle?
I don't know.
You're going to blow the whistle and not give him a timeout?
Yeah. Oh, he didn't mean to call timeout. We'll reset the down.
Yeah. Redo. Just redo it.
And what is targeting now?
Bro, I've never liked targeting from day one, especially when you get kids kicked out of games.
Yeah.
Let's go second targeting, get you kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
First one's 15 yards. I understand what you're trying to do,
Yeah.
but it's a gladiator sport, man.
Yeah.
It's football.
Yeah.
I get player safety, but ultimately, even, high school level, parents know the risks. We don't ever want to see anybody
Yeah.
hurt at all, but you know the risk of these things.
Yeah.
And so I don't, it's just, it changes every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. Sometimes we'll stop and review. Nobody's even called it. They'll call down. Sometimes they don't. I tell you what, it is hard to watch college football right now with all the stoppages.
Yeah.
It's terrible. That Georgia Auburn game was like every 3 plays we've got. The last 2 minutes of that first half of that game
Yeah.
was absolutely excruciating
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
We got to stop every 3 plays and review some. The ref one time is right on the sideline and the kid catches the ball and they give him the catch in the first down. The previous play is under further review. The dude was on the sideline.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can they do this in the NFL in between plays
Yeah.
and most of the time get it right?
I know.
And y'all spending 42 extra minutes a game and blow it.
My buddy Steve Moulton at 97.7 was in the press box of the game. He said he got home back to Huntsville from Auburn at 3:00 Sunday morning.
Sheesh. I know we were, had to play softball Sunday morning, and some of the coaches' wives were like, "Did you stay up and watch that game?" And I said, "Unfortunately, yes." It was excruciating, bro. Tough to watch.
I mean, I was telling
Tough to
some of my
watch.
buddies, my golf buddies were in a group text, and a couple of them are Auburn fans. I said, now, y'all know Hawaii kicks off at 11, so this one might still be on.
So,
for a while.
JV, you're buddies with Auburn fans?
Yeah, we play golf together. We're in a golf, it's a
Have you
golf league.
Have you shared the gospel with them?
Oh, yeah, they know the gospel. You know one of them. Ardmore guy. He used to do the Ardmore games. Mr. Johnny Tribble, you know him.
I'll be praying for these. I'll be praying for you on that mission field, Jay. No joking. We're joking.
Man, they're some great guys.
Yeah.
They really are. And I love every one of them.
I love talking smack to them. When Georgia gets, jacked out of a touchdown before the half that could have changed the game.
Yeah.
No, hey, seriously.
Was it a touchdown in your opinion?
By the Auburn quarterback, was it a touchdown? Yes.
I think it was too.
I think it was too, but I think if it's ruled a touchdown, I don't think they overturn it.
No.
If it's ruled a fumble, I don't think they overturn it. It was you can see the kid's arm punching the ball right when the ball gets to the line.
Yeah.
When did it start moving?
And
Who knows?
everything that happens in Jordan Hare, it only takes a second.
Hey, I like that a lot. Well, I told somebody they sold their soul to the devil in 2010, brother, and 2013.
Anything, if it's going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to Jackson Arnold.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh.
Yeah. Fun times.
And I hate it for James Franklin, but there's a rumor out there that said Adidas pushed for him to get fired.
What?
Because they loading them up with money. That big contract they got with Adidas, and they were pushing for him to be out. So
that's crazy. What, 2 weeks ago they was number 5 in the country?
Yeah.
How in where have we got in college football where 2 weeks ago you're undefeated and the number 5 team in the country lose 2 games and you're fired?
Yeah.
That's there had to be other stuff going on behind the scenes before
3
that.
coaches fired in one day.
Yeah, who else was it?
The Oregon State coach and Trent Dilfer.
Oh, yes, UAB. Yep. So, guys, I tell you what, if any of these colleges are out there listening, I'll do it for $900,000 a game.
I'll be the play-by-play guy for you.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'll do it for $300,000 a game. Instead of firing a guy and having to still pay that guy $40 million,
yeah,
you could just pay me $5 million up front, and you ain't got to worry about it. You can fire me whenever you want to for only $5 million.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of football left in high school and college. Looking forward to talking more about it in the near future. Jay, what you got before we leave?
Tailgate Talker Saturday morning. We'll talk to all the local coaches. We'll preview their upcoming games and talk about their last week's games. And we'll have special guests on. We had my buddy Bill Bender on this past Saturday. We talked about our interview with May and the in college season. So tune in every Saturday morning, 10 to 12, 1080 to AM and PAS Plus app.
That's right. And as we exit today, we'll play the fight song from the Tanner Rattlers. Have a fantastic week.
God bless y'all.
God bless.